I never really cared for estate sales, partly because it's like being in somebody else's home because you are, but also because I've had a couple of paranormal experiences that I couldn't explain and it really freaked me out. So I think this was the first one that I experienced. We went to an estate sale and there was like this light energy going on, but it was like in the middle of my spiritual awakening. So I didn't really know what I was dealing with. And all of a sudden I get to this one room and the energy just hit so hard. Like the rest of it felt okay, almost pleasant, but this one room just all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was suffocating. I needed to leave ASAP. I think I remember like a John Travolta album on a bed or something random like that. It was, there wasn't much stuff in that room, but it was like really, anyway, so we get outside and I'm like just antsy to tell my mom because I was like, I had no idea what was going on, but I didn't know how to tell her, like, it feels like death in there. So we end up crossing paths with the homeowner on the way outside. She was outside smoking. She said, yeah, this was my mother's house. She said she passed a couple of years ago because, grief has no timeline. She said that she had picked up smoking from the grief. And she said she passed away in this house, and she goes, I probably shouldn't tell you that. And the poor thing was in tears. And I didn't know what to do because, at that time I was just barely in it. Even now, like, even though I do this as a job, I still don't know that I would open up and say anything to somebody. And the only time that I would is if I was getting something that could help them to find peace. Um, and I did get a few messages I think would have helped, but what do you do? What do you do? I mean, because at that time I didn't even know. And now I still don't know if it would be a welcome thing. So I have no clue. Anyway, with that being said, I understood what I was feeling was not death, it was grief. Because that feeling it's intense. If we haven't felt it, we're fortunate. But when we do, it's too much. And another time I was looking at a bracelet and all of a sudden I hear this voice, oh, you should get that, sweetie, it would look so nice on you, sweetie, honey, something like that. I freaked out because I didn't say anything out loud because at estate sales I would like decompress my energy because, like I said, you're in somebody else's home. um I freaked out. And then I had another one recently with a homophobe, so there's that. They were running the estate sale. Joy. But yeah, for the paranormal aspects alone, I really don't care for estate sales for those reasons. And those are the only ones that I've really ever had an experience at. The rest were pretty much normal, but even so.